welcome back to No Man's Sky with myself, Hollow. Look at that. Blue sort of streak going through space here. I just landed here. I had to quickly refresh myself. As always, when you save in this game, you can only do it like at those flags that we've been finding. And unfortunately, when I did that, it was just before I warped to the new area. But I warped straight back, so it's all fine for you guys. However, when I did that, just before we started recording, this little ship here, it just warped in, it just popped in. And this one did as well, and this one is massive. Now, last time we saw that there was a few planets around us. We have this one that looks black and gold. Vicerin, you god. Right, so what I've been told is that I can change the name of everything. Every species, every animal, every planet, everything that I discover, I can change its name. Beautiful. We've already found some sort of beacon here. Whereabouts is it? It is somewhere in front of me. And there's a space station here as well. Look at the outer rim there of the planet. Very nice green compared to the pink of the last one. I'm assuming that could be this orbital station. And look, right there. There's like one of those Star Wars themed sort of bays that we might be able to fly into. We've got another planet just behind it right there. Ah, there's a space station right there. Okay, so we have a big ship, unidentified. We've got to check that out. We got a space station, which I really want to break into. We have another planet right there. Holy shit. Another one. Another one, right. And another one there. Just under the one we're right next to. Alright, we're going to go to this black and gold one first. Before we get to Lost and everything. But, whoa, whoa, whoa. Where did you come from? God, I love the coloring, the shape of these ships. Very cool. I want to go to this big-ass ship that warped in just now. Priority number one. Look at this. I found out that I can control my ship a little bit better by doing this. You know, I use my mouse to turn usually. Being able to adjust my ship using WASD like this, left and right, is good. But what I really am wondering about and really want to see, if you know how to do this, let me know. How do I yaw left and right? I guess I can do it with my mouse like this, but I thought there'd be like a button like Z and C. Unfortunately, that's just not the case, so whatever this thing is, it has a turret on it that I would have to destroy, like, as a priority. Now, we had a little bit of a space battle last time. It did not go phenomenally. I did have my first death, so I might not bite off more than I can chew immediately here, but I just want to have a quick look at it. Right. Can we go inside of it? Look, so there's containers. Are these the containers, right? Yeah, look, look, look. So the ship itself is not a container, but it has containers on it. So I can rob the ship of its resources, fight other things, and try to escape. And look at that. That's got nothing there, nothing loaded in. So I don't think I can fly in there just like last time. It'd be really cool if you could go onto like a random ship, one that you don't know anything about, or you know, you're not necessarily allies with, and then fly into the bay and just run in, use one of these bypass chips, and just, I don't know, sneak your way into a ship and take it down from the inside, or even steal it. How crazy would that be? There's so much potential and ideas there. And what they've been saying about No Man's Sky recently is they want to make the game function as best as possible before they add features like that. Now, I have lots to say about No Man's Sky. It's been a week since the last time I recorded. There's tons for me to say. But let's first land on this planet. Take things one step at a time. Alright, so lesson learned. You can fully charge in at a planet or a spaceship or whatever, and it will just take you out of your boost. So I can do that as much as I want, which is nice to see. Another great tip that I had was that when I'm coming down to a planet at full fucking speed like I am right now, I don't really need to concern myself with worrying about burning up and the ship taking damage. Apparently it's just a visual effect. I'm not sure if I like that. I think I'd prefer to have to worry about something like that. It adds a little bit of, I guess if you could call it this, skill to landing. I mean, certainly landing in this game is extremely simple. You just go down, you press a button, it lands for you. It kind of does itself, really. We're going to need to travel to a space station to fuel our hyperdrive so that we can move on to the next star system. I just saw that objective come up. Let's start by landing right here at this this base. Here we go. Let's see if we can't pick up a signal. I did thought we picked up some sort of beacon on this planet, but it must have been a different planet that we did. Whoa, poisonous gas right there. Weather is radioactive. Okay, we could find some really weird things on this planet. So this black and gold planet looking a bit toxic, more than I expected. We have a 5.4 radiation at the bottom left there. We can see that I'm taking toxicity. There we go. This is the perfect time now for us to finally upgrade our exosuit. We talked about this a few times. Let's craft. We're going to need to gather some carbon to build ourselves some toxin suppressant, because we're going to need that on this planet. As you can see, it just looks very gross. But let's start by heading on over here and seeing if we can't pick up a signal. We're in the Badlands right now. This is a perfect time to land a save as well, now that we're on a new planet. Obviously, they have some sort of signal stuff going on here. And in the inside, we have similar technology. When I'm inside one of these buildings, the radiation is gone. I wonder if that'll be the same in... I wonder if that'll be the same in caves. Because in caves, you know, when it's cold or hot, you can run to the safety of a cave. When it comes to radiation, I can see the tech saving you in these buildings, but I'm not sure walking into a cave would protect you from radiation. Either way, let's save. And look at that! We have a monolith just next to us. More very important discovery to be made. More language and more understanding of the races in the world. Apparently, each galaxy, you can teleport from galaxy to galaxy. There is 3 factions, right? I can't remember the name of them all, but one's Viking, right? It seems like we randomly ended up in the Viking galaxy, so we're just blasting around and learning about Viking. But there's 2 other worlds and things to learn about here as well. So we need to kind of be aware of that. Either way, let's make a bypass chip and get the signal scanner going. Let's get monoliths, as always. Although I could do outposts next on the next signal that I found, I'll find, because it might give me some new useful gadgets or tech, which we obviously need. I'm also unable to launch my spaceship right now. I need to gather a certain resource before I can do it again, because I'm running low right now. But there appears to be a monolith. Oh yeah, look at this. We have some good resources here. There's like gold of some kind. What's that? We have a monolith down here, but it's not actually a monolith. It's just a lone little tablet that should teach us a new word. We've never seen this before. Usually they're all knowledge stone. They're usually around a monolith, but no, they can just be randomly around the place. And we found the word for weapon, which will come up in, well, my type of conversations somewhat regularly. Great. Okay, while I just go back to refuel my ship here, it seems like a good time to bring up the fact that I have played this game for roughly 4 or 5 hours. I played it in quick succession on the first day of its release, and I recorded 3 episodes. That was like 3 or 4 hours, maybe even 5 hours of footage. I've got to watch out for that. And then I made those videos and went to America. And then when I came back from America, it has been about 7 to 10 days or so since I last played the game. So I'm assuming there's been some patches and updates and changes to the game while I've been gone, which hopefully will be good. But I have noticed that a lot of you have, played the game yourself now and kind of know a lot of stuff. So thank you for all the advice you've been giving me. I appreciate it. And I have to say to the people who, I don't know, are saying things like, why don't you do this? Why don't you know about this yet? I barely touched the game. And that's another great point, actually. I have barely touched this game. And a lot of people are complaining about this game and saying that it's shit because they played the game for roughly 20 hours and now they're kind of done with it. Maybe they found a point in the game where they just did everything they wanted to and they don't have fun doing what they're doing in the game anymore. And I guess I should probably tell you guys or warn you, I have played this game for about 4 or 5 hours now. And the average time that someone seems to have a problem with this game is into the 20-hour mark. So if you're thinking about getting the game yourself based on what you're seeing in my videos, I have to let you know, I haven't reached that part now yet where people are complaining and saying the game isn't good enough or the game is repetitive and other complaints like that. So I've yet to see things like that. And I just really wanted to let you guys know, the people who are considering buying the game based on watching me play it, hang on. Give me a little bit more time to decide my thoughts and feelings on this game. before you make a quick judgment and spend a lot of money on this game. We all know the joke that is No Man's Sky at this point. They promised a lot of things and delivered on very little of them. And I'm just looking at this planet right now and looking how bland it is, and we've seen multiple planets like this. I'm hoping one day we find one of those great, amazing, foresty, life-filled biomes that we saw in the trailers. But we haven't seen one yet in 5 hours of gameplay. They might not even exist. Either way, we need to fuel our launch thruster here. Let's keep going. I don't mean to suddenly go on a tangent there where I'm being, I don't know, would you consider that negative about No Man's Sky? It's just that I am having a good time playing this game. I love flying around like this. I love exploring, you know, as a guy who played Subnautica, a game that has barely any fucking content in it, and loved it for a year. You know, I just don't know whether I'm the right guy to base your opinion on. I have a really unique experience with these games, don't I? I share it with an audience. I get advice. I get to see the best of the best and cut out all the faff. I edit out all the boring bits for you. I don't know. I just kind of wanted to be open with you guys about that. Anyway, there's a monolith right here. Initiating landing sequence. Landing area not clear. Okay. Looks like the area was a bit too tight, let's say. And I can see that. It's a bit of a crater here at this monolith. Gotta watch out for that. Alright. New monolith. Now, I've been guessing these. With the monoliths, I've been seeing good success, haven't I? Generally, it's been good because I've been able to work out the riddle with these. It's more logic-based, whereas the signal-related things that I've been guessing, there's like a pattern to them. There's ways to work those out that I didn't think of. And thanks to your advice, hopefully the future signals I come across, I'll be able to work those out a little bit better. All right, we've got units. That's going to come up in trading. We got unacceptable, probably also in trading, or if they're offended by me being around them. We learned 20 words, but what's the new word that I just unlocked? Tell me. I want to know. Gas. I mean, maybe it'll come up. But this monolith, it looks cool. I was saying, I wonder what they've done to update the game in the 10 days that I've not played it or so. Whether we've got new features in game yet. But we'll get to that in a sec. Let's interact with this one. The body of a warrior emerges from the obelisk, a jagged tear in the midriff, suggesting that the dangerous-looking multi-tool that sits in their hand was not enough to save them. The surface of the sculptured rock blurs and shows images of military worship. It's trying to tell me something. Quite simply, it was a mistake to put all of your faith in a tool. So I'm going to bury the soldier and the multi-tool. Do note, by the way, that we understood the word warrior and weapon in here, and it's probably going to get easier and easier, these monoliths, the more like language I understand, because maybe this will actually explain what I'm supposed to do or warn me of which option's correct. Either way, let's bury the soldier. Ancient voices howl their appreciation in a wind that whips around me. An offering emerges from the monolith. There we go. Logic succeeds. And now we have more standing with the Viking. They like me more. Health at maximum, so it would have healed me. And we've learned the word for creation. Neat. And we also got an effigy as well, which is problematic because my inventory is a little bit full right now. I think we need to head to an outpost and sell all our junk, empty our spaceship of all of the stuff that we've kept stored in it, and then we can keep exploring and gathering new resources. Oh, we found a random bunch of stuff here. Whatever this Atlas Pass is, man, we really need to start finding or making those. Maybe it's technology we just need to discover and then we're able to make it like a bypass chip, but we're going to be able to break into places like space stations and obviously tons of this debris that we find everywhere as soon as we actually have an Atlas Pass. So I really want one, and also my inventory is full. That's too bad. Right, hold on, we can fix this. There we go, made some space. Let's see what was in the cargo hold that we couldn't open. Got a dagger, probably worth a nice bit of money. Wow, look at this. We have two things we can't break into without this pass. Lame. But there's still more around here. More random cargo drops. Got a Gek charm. Yeah, we need to go to an outpost next. We kind of we're struggling for inventory space, and that's kind of something I feel like I'm constantly struggling with, to be honest. Something I need to work on. I can see something dropping down here. You see the lights and the ship that seems to be landing? I'm thinking maybe we could use a bit of logic here and see that ships are heading over here, and there's quite a lot. There's like 4 lines of sort of a trace of where ships have been. I'm thinking maybe there could be an outpost or some sort of landing pad over there based on lots of ships being there because they want to go trade. That's what I wanted to bring up, by the way, while we're traveling over here. This is a good time to talk about it. They're focusing on fixing the game. They claimed that only 1% of players were seeing issues with the game. As you know from my playthrough, we've not really seen too many issues. I've had a couple of frame drops, but outside of that, the game's been running fine. However, some people have been telling me, oh, the game's just impossible to run and things like that. Now, I do know I have a good computer, but it feels like luck of the draw with this type of game, whether it functions or not. Now, there are a lot of players playing this game. It's come out, and 1% is obviously a small amount of people playing the game, but in the big picture, if there's like 6 million people playing the game, 1% of 6 million is still a lot of people, right, that are having issues. So that's something to consider. But also, it does mean they're focusing on fixing the game before they start putting things in the game, like all of the little ideas we've had through the series so far that could improve or be interesting for the game and its life. These are things that probably should be in-game already. It'd be nice to see them added, but a lot of the stuff that we were promised, like I mentioned, isn't in-game. And my concern is that, will they ever be, you know? And though, again, I'm having a good time playing the game right now, I can't help but ignore there's a lot of you guys telling me in every time I upload one of these videos, the game is terrible, etc., and all of the reasons why. And I can't ignore it, man. Like, it's obvious you guys have like a hate-love relationship with this game. Oh, nice. We got the Viking word for hi. Cool. Look at this base, by the way. It's very big. There's a lot of phrases being thrown around, I think, like, you're not playing the game correctly. Compared to what I'm doing. I'm being open, I'm wandering around, I'm just having a good time with the game. And then I can imagine people who like objectives and story and a specific goal. This game sucks for them because there's nothing like that, really. You just go out and you make your own story. You go out and make your own fun. Speaking of which, what on earth is that? That is not your name. It's submissive, it's an adult, it's a grazing creature. I can feed it carbon if I want. Come back here, you bouncing son of a bitch! I wonder if I could make it a friend if I could feed it carbon. Problem is I don't have any carbon right now. Come back here! Ugh! Jesus, actually, you know what? Stay away from me. Let's have a look at what that thing is. It's this thing. It has no gender. Ah, shit. Right, so to rename and upload something, you need to press X, or you press E to upload it. I already uploaded it, so I can't rename either of these, but I can be the person who decides what these things are called based on me being the first person ever to discover it. Okay, so we found the signal thing of this base. Now we're going to look for an outpost, which is obviously very important because we're really, really struggling now with inventory space. So hopefully there's an outpost nearby. Let's find out. Outpost, please. Colonial outpost. Assuming this is the right thing that we're looking for. Just something to trade. That's all we care for. Operations center. That's new. I wonder what that looks like. I mean, I could assume this could be an operations center because how big it is, but we'll find out. Should be some interesting stuff in here, but the question is, can I even carry it? I got no space, man. Alright, let's start with the observatory interaction. This time, let's try to use our brain, okay? Judging by the imposing size and weapons shown on the identification ID image that glares at me as I boot up the system, the station's overseer must have originated from a warrior race. The life form probably left long before the arrival of the beacon that now winks tantalizingly next to it. If I can enter the correct code, perhaps I can learn its secrets. This is a 4 thing. We just have to pick the right one at the end here. So this has a 5, a 9, and a 2 and a 0 in it. This has a 5, a 9, and a 2 and a 0. There's the 5, there's the 9, there's the 2 and the 0. So we just have to pick the one that has all of those things in it with the new order. So 5920 is already there, so that's not what it can't be that. 2059 is already there, it can't be that. This input right here isn't that. This is the outlier right here. This is the one that doesn't make sense, that's new. So we're going to go for that. And that is the correct answer. There we go. We know how to do it now. There's no more guessing. Just logic. Look at this. I mean, it looks pretty. What did I get from that? I'm confused as to like what it did, right? I thought it was going to show me something. But no, maybe what it did is unlock the doors and power up this... damn it. Alright, what about the other one? Please. Let me in. Let me in. Don't block me. Don't block... Damn it. What is this Atlas Pass and how do I get one? Well, it looks cool, but I don't really know what it did. Let's have a look outside. Maybe there's something good outside. I mean, what would make sense is that became active and then I would pick up a signal or something. But look at this. The 2 rooms that I can't get into. This is pretty big, but then that one's massive. There must be something interesting in there that I'm being blocked from that I can't get to. This game does really seem like a really good game for modding. Like the potential with the modding. And there's so many smart people out there. Like, you remember Minecraft, the creator of that Notch? He said at least like 6 things in one interview that could never be done. And then modders made it happen. They just did it. They made it happen. And I'm sure that will be happening right now. I'm sure that can happen in No Man's Sky. I'm sure there are things that the devs of the game... Oh, that's a hostile. I'm sure there are things that the devs of the game are telling us before long. They'll say, no, that's not possible. No, that won't make it in game. And then a modder makes it happen. And what we do know is that the main creator of the game, he has said that he's unsure about modding and he's unsure about letting us mod the game. He kind of wants it to be his baby kind of thing. I think if the game's to succeed, they could learn a lot from the modders and use that as inspiration for their own updates to the game. I think it would be a really good idea for them to allow that. But we'll see either way. Anyway, this is the outpost that we unlocked. Ah, you know what? We've been to one of these before, haven't we? We had to break our way in, and all of these drones around the area were quite problematic. Well, let's load up the gun. Let's go gun mode. Let's fuck this motherfucker up. Destroy him before he even reacts. That's what I'm looking for. Alright, killing them drones. No problem. Let's break in. Come on. We're inside now and the alarm's going. Let's see if we can deactivate this alarm. We failed last time, but now we know so much more. Now we're better at this. The alert has obscured the information on the primary terminal. I can only make out a few words. If I can work out what was being worked on here, I can restart the workflow and restore operations. Fuck, I only understand one word. Warp. This, unfortunately, there's little logic here. A starship and a freighter, they can both warp. A drop pod probably can warp. I'm going to go for starship because that's what I know most about when it comes for warping. I failed to access the Resident Warrior's workflow. We failed, damn it. Could have been a freighter. It could have been any of them, to be honest. Damn it, I really want to know what happens when you fix one of those. Alright, since I'm really struggling right now with inventory, I don't have much choice. Let's head to the space station. We know we're supposed to go there. We know it's an objective right now, so it's a good thing for us to do it. It'll progress our story, our character. We need to refuel our warp drive so we can make it to the next star system. Here we go. Also, this space station looked different to the rest. Oh, it's not going to get any less scary. Oh, look at that. I was going to say it's on its side. Watch this. Whoa! It was just that I came out of the planet at a weird angle, wasn't it? So it made it look like it was tipped over. But nope, that's how space works, guys. Crazy. Alright, space station. Let's see what you're like. Are you any different to the other one? I mean, it looks fucking cool, but... God, I want to be able to get in there. I could imagine, like, thousands and thousands of people living in one of these. Like a huge trade center with hundreds of people arguing and bustling over different things. It could be really fucking cool. Whoa, 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 whoa. We've not landed in here before. We've left before, but never gone in. But what it is right now is kind of one room where there's a guy in it who will sell us stuff, I guess. Right? And then there's another room that we can't get into yet. All I can do is hope that this would have a lot behind it. Like many rooms, many corridors. Kind of like the Institute in Fallout 4. You remember that? The Institute's base in Fallout 4. If it was something like that on each space station, that would be so cool. And that's the type of modding that I'd love to see, because they would just be like, all right, let's just include a door here that takes us into a massive room and add exactly what I'm talking about, using the tools and things that are already in the game that could easily be added. Look at that. Reminds me of a pod racer from Star Wars, actually. All right, so we got this fella in here. Hopefully we can understand him a little bit more. As you can see, he looks very different with the spikes. He doesn't actually look like a nice person. Captain Doll. Interesting name. Alright, I can't speak to him until I make some inventory space, but fortunately I have so much stuff to vendor. So here we go. Oh god, that feels good to have inventory space, man. Oh, it's so good. I mean, this ship still needs a bit more space, but whatever. What are we trying to fill this with? Does it say? Charge equipment with a warp cell. Okay, so we're here to get a warp cell. Let's see what this guy has to say to us. Current Viking standing. Special relationship. Poi dom interloper weapon something 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 Viking something 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 replace something. The warrior looks at me with fire in its eyes. The species is clearly aggressive, and I doubt I'm welcome. Yet the life form bows in greeting. Tradition and honor perhaps dictate it. Okay. I don't feel in immediate danger, and I'm about to turn and leave when the creature points towards my multi-tool. It barks with concern and makes a motion to suggest that I should hand it over. Alright. Go on then. I'll hand it over. It nods in satisfaction. And it hands you back an improved tool. Whoa! What? He upgraded and changed my tool. What a nice guy. Decline. Okay. I don't really want to offend this guy. But what do we actually have in here? We have a scanner. I have a range boost to my scanner. Mine is just straight up better. I hope I don't offend him. Oh no, he's okay with it. He just wanted to compare it and see if we wanted to trade. Cool. And what about this thing that we need to fix our hyperdrive, this warp cell? Can we buy a warp cell from here? This is sort of an objective. It did say, you know, go fix your shit at the network. No, it doesn't have a warp cell. Right. Well, maybe one of the guys who's landing here, maybe they'll trade with me, and maybe one of them has a warp cell I could buy. But again, an Atlas Pass version 3 required to get in there. Now we know that version 1 is like whatever. Version 2 is something I don't like. I don't even have version 1, let alone version 2, let alone version 3. Obviously I have a long way to go. Whoa, this is a big ship. Holy crap. The only word I can understand is interloper. The warrior backs with enthusiasm and prepares to open its cargo hold for inspection. He's cute. I like him. Alright, so we can have a look at Starship, which is phenomenal. 1,600. Wow, it's not so bad. We have 400,000. We're on our way. It'd be cool to have a ship so big with so much space. Well, what else have you got to sell? Got that warp drive I need? Sadly not. Alright. Well, let's just go and... Whoa, this looks like a helicopter or something. Actually, no, what it reminds me of is, again, Fallout. What they called? The Brotherhood. The Brotherhood's helicopters. It reminds me of that. Wow, it has even more space and is slightly more expensive. Probably because it's better, looks cooler, right? Damn. Okay, so I just went through like 6 guys talking to them. Look at all the different ships, man. It's really cool. And none of them seem to have this, what was it? It's the warp cell. No one had a warp cell. So, that's too bad. Not much to be done about that. It's good that I came here to vendor what I could. I'll have to come back here again, obviously. It's part of my main objective. But I didn't quite achieve what I wanted to, which is too bad. What we'll do now, however, is try one of these different planets over here. Once we get out of range of the space station, and see if there's anything good that it has there. Maybe we can find this beacon and find more relevant things quicker. Let's head to the lighter side of this planet instead of going to the darker side. Looks more like a desert, this one. All planets seem to be a desert at this point. Icon Smack. What a name. I don't know how I change the name of planets, actually. Is there a way for me to do that? So if I want to change the name of this animal, Spider Freak, okay? And every time I see that from now on, it's called Spider Freak. Okay, cool. But what about the planet itself? Well, I can't see the planet that I'm actually on. It's like an icon word. Obviously, there's no icon here. If you have any advice, guys, please let me know. How do I change the name of planets? That'd be fun to do. Alright, I can't pulse engine. I'm too close. Let's aim straight down. Oh, God, it feels wrong. It feels wrong that this doesn't damage my ship. It really should. Alright, we got something here. Didn't find any beacons on the way down. Let's see if we get lucky. Similar to the black and gold planet here is this one. Reminds me of it immediately. We got some weird mushroom sort of trees here. Toxic dust. Oh, it's raining! My first raining planet. Hello? What is that thing there? Oh, it looks weird. See, this I know how to rename. Oh, God, its face. There you go, tentacle face. Oh, God, that's so wrong. It's like a snail almost. You know, the way that the eyes pop out on a snail? Oh, I don't like that. I don't like whatever that is. Oh, what is this thing? Well, we're finding a lot of wildlife all of a sudden. That looked big, did that? Oh. T-Rex right there, mate. That's a T-Rex. Okay, so suddenly I can rename everything I want. And everything has a bit more personality somewhat immediately. Oh. Oh. I should have checked if it's aggressive or not. Stalking. It's stalking. So it'll follow you. Oh, that's negative. I think that might be an aggressive type. Yep, that's aggressive. That's aggressive. You bastard. Come here, motherfucker. Holy shit. Ah! It has a lot of health, apparently. My first fight with, like, an animal, like, a genuine fight. There we go. It's dead. Oh, God. I lost my shield there. That was scary. Hey! It's mine. Okay, so if you have a quick look now at the bottom left, you can see that my toxicity resistance is very low, the hazard protection. So we can fill this with some zinc, and we're good to go again. However, we want to make this easier for ourselves, so we're finally making it. We're making the Toxin Suppressant Sigma, which now should protect us from those toxins. Apparently it does, but look how fast that is draining. Holy shit. Ah, look, it's like a little buff there at the bottom left. You can see it comes up now, and it completely stops it from draining. But my God, that drains quickly. You can fix it with zinc, titanium, or shielding shards, which is good because, you know, we've been finding those like everywhere. But at the same time, that is draining way too quick to be worth the inventory slot. If you have any advice on that, then let me know. Also, I renamed this area to the valley, which is pretty cool. But for now, guys, I think that will do for today's journey. We've had a little bit of a discussion today about No Man's Sky and where I place it right now, how I feel about it, how I feel I have to spend a little bit more time with the game before I have a real, true, valuable input and information on it. Let me know what you think about potentially using mods with this game, because I think it could really improve it, because we'll be waiting a little while until real updates come in the game where we see new stuff. But I don't know. I'm kind of unsure with the game. I think it's good and having a good time with it, but would I recommend it to a friend based on me knowing the price of how much it costs and what they're getting into now? I don't know if I would. And that's something to think about. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a great day or night wherever you are. And I will see you next time for more No Man's Sky. Hopefully with some more updates.